All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Tuesday, Tasty Tunage Tuesday. Hope you're doing well today after a couple of days here off in the Rock Cave. We had a great week last week. Try to keep that rolling again this week. What are we talking about today? We're going back 40 years ago this past week. We're talking about the band New Order. An important record 40 years ago dropped last week. It's the 12-inch single of Blue Monday. Have you guys been paying attention? Do you guys read about this stuff? I read about music all the time, so I don't know. But this is an important record. But let's talk about New Order. First of all, do you remember the band Joy Division and the song Love Will Tear Us Apart, among others? That band comes to a tragic halt when Ian Curtis commits suicide. The band reforms and gets back together and call themselves New Order. This is, remember, this record came out, remember, this is 1983. Disco is dead, but the clubs are playing dance music, right? But it's now synth pop taking over. And New Order wrote this record, and they were inspired, as I've read, by all kinds of music, but most importantly, two things. One, the beginning to the movie A Fistful of Dollars, I think. It was a Clint Eastwood movie. Oh, For a Few Dollars More. That's the one. That opening music, the style of, like, the hook, I don't know, like the riffs from there. That's what he said, Peter Hook. The hook, Peter Hook. Talked about the hook, talked about the riffs. Anyway, he saw the movie in the studio and was inspired by the soundtrack. And also borrowed heavily from Donna Summer, in particular, the song Our Love, the rhythm track right from there, and also Bad Girls. He borrowed a lot from there. So borrowing stuff from disco, turning it into synth. They were already starting with the bass as the opening intro as they were doing that with Joy Division. Certainly New Order took that to another level. And this is, again, synth pop taking over the clubs, alternative dance music, club music, whatever you want to call it. But let's talk about 12-inch singles. This is the most selling 12-inch single of all time. Nobody beats it. It sold over 1 million copies in the UK between original release, 700,000 copies, and reissues after that. But you have to be a certain age to know what a 12-inch single is, right? I mean, you got to be my age, in my early 50s, almost mid-50s. But people after us by however many years don't know much about that, or before us. But of course, 12-inch single were these guys, right? You could buy extended versions of your favorite songs with remixes on them, and the DJs at the clubs all had these to play them. You got Madonna here. Got a couple Madonnas. Hanky Panky. You got Bananarama, Venus. Good one. We got some Billy Idol back here. That's a good one. Billy Idol. This one right here, this is important. So 12-inch, the thing is you have to like the song because obviously it's a lot more song. And I can think of some songs where the 12-inch was as good or better. Comes to mind is Paul Hardcastle's 19, that song 19, the single version, fine. But you really needed the Destruction mix on the 12-inch single. And that brings us to this one, of all things, this little gem here, Wang Chung, this 12-inch single of Dance Hall Days. With the remix on here, I think it's 7 minutes and 22 seconds. But this version of Dance Hall Days is so good. I wonder if I could find it and play it below. But nice long intro, just great. So you just obviously had to love the song. But this one was a huge hit, played in all the clubs, charted, of course, on multiple countries, and just really put them. It was their first huge hit. It was the first time they were on top of the pops. It really put them all over the place, everywhere. And they remixed it again 2 times. They remixed it in 88 and 95. And again, it's just the music itself with the synthesizer, but the bass, and it just influenced so much music moving forward. And you hear it today, to this day, and I don't get tired of it. I don't. You'd think some songs maybe you would, but this one I don't. And we can't talk about this song without talking about 1998, 25 years ago this year. Orgy, the band Orgy, put themselves on the map with this song by doing a cover. And I'm not usually big on covers of 80s songs. I can think of one. Patti Smith did a nice version of When Doves Cry from Prince. She made it different, but it was just, that's really good. But Orgy's version of this, got to give them credit. They did a very nice job for alternative rock of the late 1990s, a little heavier. And I approve, in case you're wondering. That's a good one. But anyway, that's what we're talking about. New Order, so many great songs, by the way. I mean, we didn't touch on all their other songs. Love New Order. But it all started with Blue Monday, and that is your song of the day on Tuesday. I should have done this yesterday. I should have done song of the, I just didn't get to it in time. Fail on my part, but it's Blue Tuesday, I guess. You're doing Blue Monday on this Tuesday. That's your song of the day. Play it today if you haven't played it in a while. Play the Orgy version. Tell me what you think. Comment below. Hoping to have some good stuff coming this week if I can pull it together. Whatever you're doing today, I hope it involves music. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.